Hi there and welcome to this tutorial video. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at the Invoice Action buttons in the GoodX web app. Invoice actions are incredibly important because they give you full control over how invoices are managed after billing has been captured, from creating credit notes to reversing switch claims, redoing transactions, submitting quotations for authorization, and choosing how invoices are posted or saved. This section of the invoice screen helps practices manage billing accurately while staying flexible when corrections or authorization processes are needed. Essentially, understanding when to credit, when to reverse, when to redo, quote, post, or save an invoice can reduce billing errors, improve claim success rates, and streamline the financial workflow of the practice. So, without any further ado, let's jump into the system and take a look. For this example, once again, let's imagine we're working for a busy GP practice and a patient came in with just a consultation for a flu or cold that they are experiencing. Alright, so during the consultation, let's say the GP performed a general consultation and the code for general consultation is 0190. Alright, so that'll be our general consultation. And let's say then the GP also prescribed some medicine. Okay, so this is just a general cough syrup, right? And for over here, the diagnosis, I'll just put on cough. Okay. So there's cough, right? So this is our general consultation with the prescription for flu. This is just an example. So this is what happens when the practitioner is consulting with the patient, right? The invoice is already being populated and now the reception or the accounts team needs to decide what actions should happen next, okay? Now there's a separate user manual on this entire billing process. And this tutorial video is going to be going over these action buttons that we have here at the bottom. All right. Each one of these action buttons does have a separate user manual that goes deeper into what that button does. So this is just an overview of the action buttons, not the functionality of the action buttons. Okay, so let's get started. The first action button we have here is close. Close is just to close the entire invoice screen and save nothing. All right. Next to that, we've got credit note. Okay, you'll see that credit note cannot be accessed, and that's because the credit notes can only be done on invoices that have been posted on the system. So this button's function allows you to correct an invoice that has already been posted. So for example, maybe the incorrect consultation code was billed, or perhaps the medication was charged incorrectly, right? So to create a credit note, would simply click on this credit note button. Another thing that's also important to remember is that if the invoice was already switched to the medical aid, the transaction will first have to be reversed before the credit note can be processed. Okay, so a credit note can be done if it is a private patient, but if it was switched to the medical aid, what we'd have to do is go over to the reverse button, first reverse what we've switched over to the medical aid, and once it's reversed and it's back on the system, we credit note it and we change whatever we want to change. All right, so we only convert it to credit once we receive that credit from the medical aid. All right, so the reverse button, as I mentioned briefly, is used to undo switched medical aid transactions after the invoice has been posted or submitted. So for example, maybe the wrong medical aid details were used or the claim was submitted incorrectly. By clicking the reverse, the submission to the medical aid can be undone. And just like the credit note option, the reverse button will also be grayed out for new invoices. So reversals can only be performed on invoices that have already been posted or switched. Okay, and you can see here if you have any problems with the medical aid information, maybe it might be the billing group or it could be the price list or whatever the mistake might have been, we can always then reverse it and make the necessary changes. Next to that, we've got the redo button. Now the redo button allows you to redo a transaction after a credit note or a reversal has been completed. So for example, maybe the original transaction needed correction, but now you want to resubmit the corrected billing. So we'll simply click on the redo button to recreate the transaction. And again, this option will only become available after a credit note or reversal has already taken place. Next, we'll look at the quote button. This is a really useful feature for practices dealing with authorizations or high value procedures. The quote button allows you to submit a virtual claim to the medical aid before officially processing the invoice. Okay, so this will help us determine whether the medical aid is likely to approve the claim or not. For example, maybe the GP is requesting an additional diagnosis test or a procedure that requires confirmation from the medical aid first. Once it's submitted, the switch detail screen will open and display the medical aid responses. Alright, so now you can have a look at this screenshot here. Now this is just an example. It's not the same invoice or the same quote would send because I'm using a site that is not a live site. Alright, so this is just an example on how it looks once we've sent through a quote. Okay, you can see here everything that's accepted, and we can see here everything that is rejected. Okay, so essentially this will help the practice reduce rejected claims and improve authorization workflows before services are finalized. Now let's move over to the post button. Alright, we've got a few post options here. Firstly, we've got the post only function. The post only function saves the invoice directly into the system. So this will officially post the billing transaction and records it financially inside GoodX. For example, if the patient is paying cash immediately and no switching is required, post only may be the quickest option. We simply click on post only to finalize the invoice. Alternatively, you may want to post and switch the invoice. So the post and switch button then posts the invoice to the system and immediately switches the claim to the medical aid. This is commonly used when the practice wants to submit the claim electronically straight away. And then the other option is the post await response. This option posts the invoice, switches the claim to the medical aid, and then waits for a response indicating whether the claim has been accepted or rejected. This is especially useful when the reception or accountant staff want immediate feedback before the patient leaves the practice, right? And then next to that, we've got get costs. Now the get cost button is also used on a live site, and essentially it gives you the cost of the entire invoice before you post it forward. Alright, and then next to that we've got medical aid label, which will then give you the PDF label of whatever medicine you have on hand. Alright, so for example, if I click on the MedLabel field, it will give me a PDF label of the medicine we have on hand, and over there you can see an example of that medical label. Alright, and then finally we have the save and close. So let me click on the drop down, and the save button will save the invoice as a temporary invoice. Alright, and we can always come back to review the invoice if we would like, and then save lines to new macro. Alright, so save lines to new macro is if we would like to create a new macro for the invoice lines that we have. So if this is a rather regular routine where you know that it's a consultation or maybe a vaccine shot with the consultation, you can save the invoice as a macro. So essentially what this will do is that when we put in a code here, it will populate all the invoice lines. Alright, so maybe if it's a vaccine shot, it will populate the consultation, it will populate the syringe, it will populate the medicine and everything else that we need. Alright, simply by just putting in one code, and we can simply then post that invoice very quickly. And then finally, the save and close button is then very similar to the save button. It's just that then you don't have to save here, then go back to close. It's just an easier way to then save the invoice and close the invoice together with one action. Alright, so if I say save and close, it will take me back to whichever screen I was in. Alright, so if I access the invoice on the diary, it will take me back to the diary screen. If I access the invoice here on the debtor screen, it will take me back to the debtor screen. So whichever screen you were on before, it will just save it and close it and send you back to the previous screen. And that's the overview of the invoice action buttons in the GoodX web app. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial video.